All right. Today we begin by continuing the search for Grixis decks. Is there life on Grixis? Is a question that every inquiring standard player wants to know. This is a base blue-black deck with a small red splash. The core of this is a viewer submitted deck list that I made some small changes to. I would like to address a question in chat from Pitchbull, which is something that I do feel very strongly on. I think too many people are overvaluing 6-mana Liliana and undervaluing Ugin the Ineffable. In a control deck especially, Ugin being able to answer problem permanents is incredibly valuable. Also, when you +1 your Ugin to make a 2/2 and your opponent kills your Ugin, your 2/2 still draws a card. So like with Liliana, when you play her plus or make a 2/2 and they despark or Vraska's Contempt or one of the infinite ways to kill a Planeswalker in this format, your Vraska, you've now paid 6 mana to get a 2/2 and that feels really, really bad. Whereas Ugin always draws a card. Now, that being said, I do think Liliana has a place, especially in the more mid-range decks that have more creatures in them. But I think especially in these creature-like control decks, Ugin tends to be much better than Liliana can be. This is fine. One card I've not played much with in Control recently is Mission Briefing, of which there's 2 copies of in this deck. So I'm interested to see how this card ends up feeling today throughout the course of the games that we're playing. Sure, isn't it? Like if you have that much room for 6 drops, it doesn't seem unreasonable. Yikes. This like I said, this is one of the matchups that makes it incredibly difficult to play a fair mid-range deck in this format. I think I'm bidding that. I'm looking for a removal spell for this. Because like, I want to take Command the Dreadhorde, but if I don't take Tamiyo, they're just gonna get the Command the Dreadhorde back. Now, thankfully, I have Mission Briefing here that's going to let me recast this Thought Erasure to get the Command the Dreadhorde before that happens, so that's nice. Huh? Yeah, I think I'm just rampaging here. I think I want to use this card especially early here because my opponent has 4 Tamiyos in this deck, which make it a dead draw. Yeah, the Surveil from this Mission Briefing is not going to be irrelevant either. In fact, because I have this Dragonskull Summit and this island, I'm going to be able to Mission Briefing during my upkeep here because I know I want to recast this Thought Erasure, and I get to kind of fix my draw step for the turn with this, right? If I played Dragonskull Summit last turn, I couldn't cast Angrath's Rampage. I don't think I'm going to have time to cast this card. Looking for more cards that can impact the board here. I think that's actually fine, right? Because I've got these next 2 lands lined up. Next turn I go tapped land, God-Eternal, and then untapped land Ugin. And like, maybe we're okay here. They didn't hit the white source for this. That bodes well for us. Opponent have a little 4 color problems. Mission Briefing during the upkeep can also set up God-Eternal Kefnet. Alright, yeah, I'm a sucker for value. Let's just cast this for 2 mana. Let's just do that. As much as this Ugin sounds appealing. Digging deep to one of our 2 main deck copies of Ritual of Soot sounds great. You know, not only is this passive good, but like getting to getting to sit here and just like have a good blocker is like super valuable on this board. Hey, and a grand, thank you for the 4-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I think I just Ugin and plus here. If they hit the white source, I'm going to be in a little bit of trouble. That's also pretty good. Makes these walkers bigger. They probably want to keep that, even though they don't have the land. Yeah. Deckmaster appears to be having issues. Let me reload it. So this blocks here, this blocks here. Ugin dies. Ugin dies no matter how I slice this, right? So if Ugin's dying regardless, I think I'm actually going to do this, so that way, Ritual of Soot cleans the board out. That's a biggin. That's it's a big boy. My opponent thinks that was good enough. All right. So Lava Coil's great here, obviously. Angrath Rampage is really bad in the face of Tamiyo. Elderspell is okay. Has more ways to kill their planeswalkers, probably. Disdainful Stroke could be okay. Seems like it's kind of tough to hold up. I guess Moment of Craving's not particularly good. These counter spells have diminishing returns with God-Eternal Kefnet. I know Commence the Endgame, like, ended the game there, but it's actually not super great here, right? I'm going to trim these and board in 2 strokes. I think the counter spells are probably pretty important. And I have a lot of ways to, like, take their baby Tef off the table. Maybe. I mean, like, what are they getting back with Dreadhorde? I guess they had a Tamiyo, but, like, they were missing the land, too, chat. So the people saying my opponent conceded too quickly, they did not have the 6th land to cast their Dreadhorde. Let's see, and speaking of lands, this hand needs some, but it, it looks like my Deckmaster's now reporting that it can't connect to the server, so I'm gonna go ping them really quick. Thought Erasure is a decent draw because helps me surveil into some lands. Again, have to take Tamiyo because Tamiyo just rebuys the Dreadhorde later. And actually, I'm going to leave that there because I want to take the Dreadhorde as well. Deckmaster was not working on Soda Stream earlier. You were playing Modern. Thanks for the heads up. But probably is just a server issue then. At any rate, I'm in Fuji's Discord, so I've messaged him. Messaged them. They're the one that makes the extension. For the record, chat, I agree that their concession in the first game was a little bit early.
Vampirism is a useful trait. May death find you quickly.
So if we brick on a land next turn, we'll probably cast Chemister's Insight. I mean, this deck is base blue-black. This is basically a blue-black with a small red splash deck. Alright, and because I hit the land, I'm just going to go ahead and put that into play tapped and pass the turn here. Oh, right on time, Negate. And now Tamiyo gets to immediately pick the Dread Horde back up. Got my first Magic tournament this weekend. Any tips/advice? Have fun. Communicate clearly at all points. You cannot over-communicate while playing a Magic tournament.
My notes helpful.
Yeah, don't be afraid to call a judge is a good one. Be a functional human being goes without saying. Like whenever people are like, make sure you eat, take a shower, bathe. It's just like how gross do you think these people are that like take a shower and remember to eat or like things that's just like do the things that people normally should be doing to like be a member of society. But then like let's focus on the magic stuff.
I got this.
I think I'm just doing this so I can potentially pressure this off the table since I have 2 counter spells.
Here we go.
Oh, right. I knew that. He counters Kefnet's ability, because why wouldn't he? Because you're technically casting that card during your draw step, which is not when you can cast a card. Opponent's got a whole lot of nothing going on. Alright, Jen, I have a really important question. It's only 10 a.m. here. Is that too early to eat my leftover Chipotle? What do we think? I need a third-party opinion. Is 10 a.m. too early to eat the Chipotle from last night? Never too early. Listen, look, I've got a lot of positive, I'm getting the Chipotle out of the fridge. All right. I appreciate you, chat. I appreciate you. Thank you for enabling me. Thank you for enabling me. I guess as a keep, we're kind of playing Grixis Gates here, but it's like pretty reasonable otherwise. It's always Chipotle time somewhere. Oh no. Oh no, is it a Nexus of Fate deck? It might be a Nexus of Fate deck. Is that the red finale? If so, yes. Little Teferi stops the red finale. There is a non-zero chance that playing this here means I lose the game. That being said, I think sitting and waiting and doing nothing almost guarantees I lose the game. So I'd like to stick this, hope I get another turn, and then move on from there. Yeah, could be Thief. I think they're playing Nexus, but can't be sure. So rather than bedevil this, I've elected to try and attack here, which obviously didn't work out great, but I still have this. I basically just want to hold my negate up here so that way I can keep a Wilderness Reclamation off the table. Eating a rice-based dish at my desk might have been a mistake. We're gonna need to vacuum tonight. I'm a disaster. Probably did here. Wilderness Reclamation is one of the reasons why Grixis has been bad for a while. Can a mod make a command for Deckmaster being down, please? Ugin is like technically enchantment removal, but like he's real slow. So there's that.
My prowess, meditate and prepare. Keep an open mind.
Probably just buried from here.
Reached my limit.
Reclamation and Search put us away pretty quickly. Hey, Jay Hurst, thanks for the 2 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. They've got, like, Spell Pierce here, too, so I get, like, even stick Ugin next turn. Oh. Oh. Alright, so you're saying there's a chance. That's all I really need. All I really need.
There are so many who hone your prowess.
Yes, revealing cards drawn with Kefnet and ignores timing restrictions for when you can cast cards. Because technically, even on your turn, when Kefnet's trigger is on the stack to reveal something and cast something, it's during your draw step. So he also lets you cast things on your turn when you normally wouldn't be able to. Correct. In Magic, no always beats yes. So maybe Baby Tef actually shuts off Kefnet completely. Probably contempting this Wild Growth Walker. Well, there might be merit to saving it for a Planeswalker. They could have like a Tameo. This is likely the 4-color Dreadhorde deck again. So I could do this. But I think I'd rather Craving plus Rampage kill their colors here. Because someone asked why I prioritize contempting this. Because exiling this is incredibly valuable. Because then they can't get it back with Command the Dreadhorde. I think we've died. I think we've died. Okay, so we're saying there's a chance. Got it? So, they tapped their lands wrong last turn, huh? So, they tapped their lands wrong last turn, huh? Yeah, I'm not sure that my control deck can beat triple Tameo.
Life waxes and wanes. Seek and find.
Lava Coils, pretty okay in this matchup too. Maybe I don't want the extra Planeswalker to the top. For people that aren't certain why I conceded there, my opponent had a Command the Dreadhorde in their bin, and they had a Wild Growth Walker and ways to gain life and a bunch of Planeswalkers. Negative, Mad Dad. I've got a deck queue that's like 40 decks deep at any given point, so it's basically like taking time off of work to play formats like that. I don't really enjoy random formats like that. One of the things I really like about Magic is like the extended tuning time and like making decks better and stuff like that. And you just can't iterate formats that are like only there for a week, right? That's true. For my good buddy Ben, I'll play anything. Ben and I, we go way back. Mom! Been away since War release. Actually impressive how much the set has impacted the meta. Thanks for the showcase. Yeah, I agree. This set did a lot for the format overall. This set did a lot to Vintage. How do you and the other 12 Vintage players feel about the changes, Chalky? Opponent digging deep for lands here. So... there are dozens of us. So, like, I think I'm supposed to Vraska's Contempt the Branch Walker here, and then hope to draw a land so I can play Nicol Bolas and down tick him and have him on an empty board. I think this is the line. This lets us pull out ahead very quickly. Bolas buries people who stumble very quickly.
For your cause. Conceivable.
So I got a little punished for my sequencing on the Chemister's Insight there because I cast it on my turn instead of at their end step. But if I hit Thought Erasure or a Search for Azcanta there, I really wanted to be able to... cast them that turn. So, like, while there's definitely downside with them having the discard spell there, I think there was appropriate upside to make the sequencing of when I cast the Chemister's Insight fine. I think with just a 2-1 in play and my hand being so weak here, I'm going to go ahead and roll this up. Like, if they want to attack this Ugin to death, it's going to take them a few turns. He's going to uptick a lot in the meantime. I'm going to go ahead and elect to hold up this Disdainful Stroke here rather than play Search for Azcanta. Alright, need a red source real bad. Dear Azcanta, find red mana on your way over. Ring a ding ding. Getting to exile, that feels good. Even if they have like a Tameo here, she doesn't have anything to go get, so she's just gonna plus, which means I have a chance to. Oh no. That's much worse for us than Tameo. I think I just pass.
Fortune favors you. To the library.
Hey, Blame Pirate. Thanks for the 2 months. Welcome back. I appreciate that. Grixis is as Grixis does. So, last season, Grixis was really held in check by the Reclamation decks. And this season, the Reclamation decks have kind of rolled off, but they've been replaced by these Command the Dreadhorde decks, which are similarly just very good against these control style shells. Again, these, whether it's Tamiyo, stopping your rampages and your discard spells, it's the constant flow of value from all the planeswalkers that they play. Just, we have such a hard time controlling decks like that meaningfully. And a deck like this just doesn't have the tools to put itself in a proactive stance to give it a reasonable shot in those matchups. For being a control deck's just not good, unfortunately. So, that being said, we're not giving up on Grixis. We've got another one to roll on into here. We've got